Beginning with the end in mind for today, we're going to get our watercolors placed onto our sunflowers. Remember that wet on wet technique where we start putting water onto our paper first. Once our water's placed on, you can spread and mix the colors really nicely. So I'm starting with a little bit of orange, and then I'm starting to add a little bit of yellow. I noticed that my yellow's got a little bit of brown on it, so my apologies on that. I got to clean up my yellow so that I get a nice color of yellow. So at any rate, I'm just going to go ahead and start painting using that wet on wet technique of just adding some water, adding some paint, and then letting the water and the paint do the mixing for me. I really like this technique. I think it's fun to do. And that's what's really nice about outlining it with black crayon or black oil pastel, is because the wax is holding in my paint so it doesn't run outside the area that I want to have painted. So I'm going to go ahead and continue putting on my yellow with a little bit of orange to make my sunflower flower petals. For the background, I will be using my cool watercolors, greens, greens, blues, and purples, colors that remind me of cold temperatures. Again, this shows a great way to show contrast between my object as well as my background. You'll notice that I'm using a skinnier paintbrush to get into those areas of the sunflower petals and adding some water to start painting around the petals that I made recently. Again, I love that black holding my colors together so it doesn't spread all over the place. It gives me a little bit more control on my watercolor paints. So as you start painting today, I began using my green watercolor, and I'm going to start using some of my blues and my purples the same way that I did in my watercolor for the petals. I mixed my oranges and my yellows for the petals. Now in my background, I'm starting with a base of green, and while the paper is still wet, I'll just add some dots of blues and purples to start letting those colors mix and blend together. Let's go ahead and watch me do that here coming up soon. Enjoy watching the rest of the video and have fun painting your Van Gogh sunflower pictures today. Thanks, everybody.